Welcome to the IS Major 2019 Game Day Analytics Competition, or what we call as Game Day at Analytics Blist. My name is Chong O and I'm the director of the undergrad IS program, as well as a professor in information systems, and I'm here to tell you all about it. First, let's do some shout out to important people in the committee. This year's competition is chaired by Tony Passy, who is the adjunct faculty in marketing, as well as the CEO of FireToss, and myself. And we have a few faculties that are helping out: Vandana Ramachandran, Xiao Liu. There are many others that I have not put their names here, but they should be noted as well. For career advising and support, we have Joe Sindet, who has been very helpful and a great asset to our committee. And then for media and communications, we have Ryan and Carrillo, who's helping out. More shout out to important organizations without which this event would not have been possible. So our sponsors are FireToss, Domo, Molio, and David Eccles School of Business, in particular the Information Systems program. So first, what is the Super Bowl? Well, it's the final season game of the NFL, and it happens to be the #1 television event in the US. Attracted a lot of attention, a lot of advertising, a lot of media and consumer focus. This is the context of the competition. In this competition, we are not focusing on the Super Bowl game itself. We are focusing on the Super Bowl ads or Super Bowl commercials. You may ask the question, so what? Well, brand cares. Brands that advertise on Super Bowl, they care a lot, because for each 30-second slot, they are paying $5 million US, at least for this year. It'll be more expensive this year. Why are brands willing to put in so much money for this thing? Because there's high viewership and there's a wide audience. For example, Super Bowl 2015, there was 140 million people watching the game on TV as well as in the stadium. So a lot of these commercials are awesome. They capture a lot of attention. They are relevant, and they just became a big talking point among the consumers. This is what the brands want. But how do we track this? That's the question, right? That's the so what question. How do we track the performance of this ad? So this competition is a good opportunity for us to learn about data analytics through Super Bowl ads. I'm going to show you an example of one of these ads. It's called Budweiser Puppy Love.
You only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go.
So what do you think? Is it nice? It's one of the best ads that is. Captures a lot of attention. A big talking point among the consumers. So the next question is, how do you actually track the performance of Super Bowl ads? Well, one of the recent mechanisms for doing that is to use Twitter. Hence the next slide. What are Super Bowl ad tweets? So these are Twitter tweets about Super Bowl ads. You see, when people watch Super Bowl ads, a lot of them tend to also like to express their opinions, and one of the best ways today is through social media, hence Twitter. So tweets are short microblogs, and they are also known as pulse of the earth because they are high volume, they are real time, and they are rapid. So through Twitter, brands are able to collect the opinions of people, such as, oh, I love Doritos, I hate Justin Timberlake, oh, those popular, they're so touching, I feel so good. Those type of things, those type of information are in the tweets. They provide metrics for consumer preferences and trends because they help brands to know how their commercials are doing, whether they're doing the right things or not, and so forth. For example, in the 2014 Super Bowl, there were 15.3 million people generated 1.8 billion tweets according to Nielsen. That's a lot of tweets, isn't it? Let me show you some examples of tweets. Personally, this project with gathering tweets around Super Bowl ads has been very fruitful for me in my career. I have produced quite a number of papers, and this is one of them that's called Social Media Analytics Framework, the Case of Twitter and Super Bowl Ads. Now, in this paper, I have some examples of tweets I'd like to share with you. Here are some example tweets. For example, the first one, those Budweiser commercials had me bawling my eyes out. Hashtag Budweiser, hashtag Super Bowl, hashtag Horse Puppy, hashtag Tearjerker. So you can see how people are expressing their opinions. Number two, thanks Coca-Cola and Cheerios for showing US multicultural families and successfully include diverse markets. Hashtag AdBowl, hashtag America is beautiful. Number three, Scarlett Johansson should realize that only real flavor of hashtag Soda Spring is oppression. That is a negative ad. Again, it is an opinion of the public. These are some simple examples. We collect many tweets, hundreds and thousands, even 1 or 2 million tweets. Now let's talk about the game day analytics competition itself. So what do you do? Well, as a team, first you watch Super Bowl ads on TV during the game. Number two, collect the tweets. Although we are the one that's collecting the tweets for you, I'll tell you the details shortly. Number three, you analyze the tweets. Number four, from analysis, you create infographics and write a white paper. So infographics and white paper are the two deliverables that you need to present to the judges on Friday, right? Present to the judges. Now, what do you get from this? You learn data analytics skills. You are exposed to the context of marketing analytics. You engage with sponsors and peers, and this is a resume building opportunity for you. Let me show you some examples of infographics and the white paper. Here's an example of one infographic from last year's 2018 Super Bowl done by one of the winning team. As you can see, like on the top left is top brands by number of volume of tweets. The one on the right hand side is a chart showing the volume of tweets going through the different quarters, and then one on the right shows the different brands and how their cost of consumer acquisition is outlaid and so forth. Further down, you can see a lot of other useful information. This is awesome stuff, isn't it? This is totally awesome stuff. It's very professional too. Now, all this information, surprisingly, is obtained from those raw data of tweets. So this whole process of generating those information out of those tweets is a great learning experience. So now I'm going to show you an example of a white paper. This is done by the one of the teams from last year, Chris, Ben, Cody, and Nick Miller. And this is gives you an introduction and then talks about detail of the information that they are presenting in the infographics here in the white paper. So we will publish your infographics and the white paper via the help of FireToss into the web after the competition is over. So not only are you gathering good skill set, you are also provided the great visibility of your work out to the world, which you can use as talking points in your future interviews with future employers. So what's in it for you? If you win, there's a scholarship of $1,000 per team. Now for the business scholars, you get a 50 passport points just for participating. And if you win for the business scholars, you also get $1,000 scholarship per team. You get opportunities to network with sponsors and peers. There's resume building, skill building, especially in the area of data analytics, which is very hot right now in the industry. There are also internship or full-time positions, interviews guaranteed with sponsors if you're in a winning team. Let's talk about some milestones, exactly what you need to do. First, a week before the game, starting now actually until February the 2nd, you register your team. You register your team. Then you attend 2 training sessions, one on 1/23rd, one on 1/30. Then you attend the kickoff meeting January 31st. Now the training sessions will help you step by step going through all the steps that you need to know to process the data. And also there will be a training session by Domo on how to use Domo for visualization. And also we'll talk about some best practices in terms of strategy to approach the whole project. You should be practicing data processing and visualization on the old data set. I'll give it to you, last year's data set. You need to plan your strategy, watch early release commercials, and identify keywords. Now, when you watch the commercial, your job is to identify keywords. Keywords such as Doritos or hashtag Doritos or hashtag Pepsi, whatever is the relevant keywords that you think people will use in their tweets, because that is how we capture the tweets, using those keywords. Now during the game day, you and your team watch the game by yourself, this on your own, and collect all the keywords related to the commercials that you see and submit those in a spreadsheet that I will provide to you, and submit the spreadsheet on Canvas. Now after the game day, which is Monday, February the 4th, you will receive a data set of all the tweets pertaining to your keywords, of course. And then you are to perform data cleaning, extracting metrics, transformation, and visualization. From all those visualizations, then you compile insights and then prepare infographics and the white paper. So you have February 4th to February 8th, Monday to Friday to do that. Then on Friday at 2 p.m., you will present all these to a panel of judges and then attend an award ceremony. Essentially, this is the milestones. On presentation day on that Friday, you will present an infographics and the white paper to the judges, attend the award ceremony, and get your prize. So what support do I provide you? I will provide 2 training sessions, one on January 23rd and January 30th. The RSVP should be available. Please sign up. I will provide templates for infographics and the white paper so that you don't have to figure out all the unnecessary things. You only need to put in your relevant information into those templates. I'll provide you a data set for you to practice. Do practice the data set. You're also given free software like Tableau, Domo, and MongoDB. You will be given a access to Domo, a license to Domo for free to use. And also through this opportunity, you may sign up for the Domo certification if you want to. This is some of the benefit of the project. You are also given 10 virtual machines for you to use, and in the training I will teach you how to use those virtual machines. And you have email support from me as well as the sponsors. And during the week of the competition, from Monday to Thursday, I will provide office support from 1 to 4 p.m. which means you can come to see me anytime. I will tell you a location that you can see me, and then I'll provide the support for you to help you out. I want you to be successful if you want to participate in this competition. So if you said I'm interested, what do I do now? Number 1, form a team and register. Now here's the link. Go and register your team. Attend training sessions. The dates are listed here. Understand the processes and requirements. Learn the technologies. Learn Python, learn Mongo, learn Twitter API, learn about Domo. Now, you do not have to be experts. Through the training, I will show you enough information for you to get going. So the next one is plan your strategy, and then practice on the old data set and test your system design. Then prepare your infographics and your white paper templates. Attend the kickoff meeting on January 31st. Here are some rules to make sure that we we do well. So a team consists of 3 to 4 students, cannot be more than 4 students, cannot be less than 3 students, and all must be in a business school. There are 3 categories. You compete in your own category. There's an undergrad category, the graduate category, and the business scholars category. Now, for the undergrad category as well as the graduate category, 1 student must be an IS major. So undergrad IS or MSIS or MSBA. For the business scholars, all of the members of the team must be business scholars. Now, what if a team member quit? Then you can get a replacement. What if a whole team quit? Nothing much we can do. Can the team seek outside help? Yes. Can the team use other technologies? Yes. Can the team use other data sources? Yes. Do we get help? Yes. I provide 2 training sessions and support during the competition week. Do we start from scratch? No. You will get the code, you get documents from last year's Super Bowl event. So there's a lot of help for you to be successful. Alright, start now. Register your team here and also register for the training sessions. And then I'll reach out to you with more information. If you have further questions, please send me an email here and I'll address your questions. I wish you all the best. Hold on, one last thing that I need to share with you. Now, why do we do this? Why are we investing a lot of time and money to organize this event? The answer is because we want you to get a good job when you graduate. Now, in today's competitive world, it is not enough to have a paper, a degree. You need to have more. You need to have more competitive advantage. And those competitive advantages comes from having experiences like this, real world experiences where you learn solid skills such as in the area of data analytics. These opportunities provide you talking points when you go for interviews that other candidates do not have. Because this Super Bowl ad analytics is very, very interesting. It always captures a lot of attention. People always like to ask, how do you do it? It's fascinating. The reason why we're doing this is about you. We want you to be successful in the future. So thank you. Please register your team and I'll see you in the competition.